just like how you said, I mean, never giving up. I remember for some reason before the game, I just kept replaying like an image in my head of me, Clayton, Tommy, Trill, a lot of seniors just putting real hard work in the off season and trying to have moments like how we did today. I mean, like big plays from everyone, really. But like how you said, I mean, this is a real feeling. I'm glad that things went the way they did, and we got the W.
And you got kind of a similar question to that. Obviously, you know, a tough year, but when you end it the way that game ended, overtime win, a fumble return for a touchdown, all the craziness, you guys rush on the field. What was that emotion like, especially in that moment, knowing you won?
For me, it was like I couldn't even believe it was happening. I mean, me and Trillo was my roommate, and we talked about this like a lot of times. I mean, he was on ESPN for a crazy catch in high school. He has a knack for the ball. He strips the ball a lot. So seeing that happen, it was kind of like, man, this is actually happening, and we won just for the seniors. So it was like a surreal feeling. I couldn't even tell you what was going through my head at the moment.
Tristan, what's your relationship like with Clayton specifically, and how special is it for you to see him get his first and last start and win his first and last start at Syracuse?
Our relationship, he's more like a brother to me. I remember the first day I came here and I transferred in. We just kept getting into it. We kept getting into it, and then that's when I realized he's more of a brother than a friend to me. I mean, we argue a lot, we fight a lot, we hang out a lot, we do everything together. Really, he's more like a brother than a teammate. So to go out here and see, have him start his last college game and the way he did things and when he handled himself, it was like. I wanted to really play for him, and I think once everybody dialed into that and everybody wanted to play for the seniors, it got better and better as the game started going. So that was a real good feeling.
Tristan, what have these seniors taught you?
They taught me to never give up. I mean, all of them, they experienced the 4-8 seasons and the bowl game win season last year. Into a season like this, and they kept going every game. Every game it wasn't really like a message given every game. You can just see the demeanor on their face and the will not to quit and to keep going. And seeing that, it just drove me the whole season. So that was a great feeling to see that too, and see the faces of those guys go out today and do it for one last time. I mean, that was a real good feeling.
Tristan, what were the conversations like among you guys, what you were playing for today? Because Dino even mentioned that some people were saying the game was meaningless. Kind of what did you guys talk amongst yourselves about why this mattered?
For ourselves, I mean, I can't speak for the whole team, but for the offense and for the wide receivers and the guys who I'm around, it was just to do it for the people who's been here the longest, with the seniors, and just to go out on a good note. I mean, with the season we had this year, we felt like as though we needed to win for them. For guys like Mo, Clay, Evan Adams, for on the offensive side, we seen them put in a lot of work. Like I said before, we seen them have bad seasons and good seasons. So for us, it wasn't meaningless at all. We actually played for our brothers this game. So.
We'll start with Tristan. This can go for both of you guys, though. To end the season like this, how much can that launch you guys forward going into next year? You're always confident, whatnot, but to have this kind of moment here at the end, how can that launch things forward into the offseason and next year?
For me, just like how you just watched, exciting football. That was really exciting to even be a part of, and being on the sideline cheering my guys on. I mean, I just told you, I didn't even have emotion seeing Trill running down the sideline. I was so amped up. So for us, it's really play with our heart for next year and show passion and love for the game and energy, just like how we did this game, and we'll be good.
For us, you know, as underclassmen coming up, we wanted the seniors to go out with a win, and you know, it's going to translate for us in the off season, you know, and on the win to get better and, you know, get more players to come in, and next year is going to be a different season.
This is for Trail. A lot of turnover on defense. I think 7 starters leaving. What's the mentality going into the offseason, and I guess how do you want to figure into how that group comes back next year? You know, a lot of new faces.
Well, as a as a defensive back, and we got Frizz leaving, and Carl, Scoop. We just got to stay hungry and in the off season get better, and have a good season next year.
I know probably at the beginning of the camp, those are drills that, are going through your mind, the strip drills, but what is going through your mind as that pass is caught, and can you walk me through it?
I mean, prior to those drills, I'll take you back to high school, and the same exact play, I just didn't score, but this time I did. So, just I'm always try to be around the ball and try to make a play, and I didn't have to score, but I scored for the seniors going out. I had to give them something, so when they leave, they remember that play.
Trill, just to follow up on that, can you just kind of describe the emotion after that play when the guys were swarming you on the field and everybody's just having fun with it?
I mean, that's a moment that we'll never forget. Those are my brothers, and I love them. And if we could restart the season over again, I would happily do it just to be around them again. So I'm gonna miss them.
Trill, what's the technique on that play? Are you trying to get like your elbow or your forearm between his chest and the ball, or do you just grab the ball, or how does that work?
I mean, if I tell you, then the team's gonna watch this interview and be like, all right, so we're gonna have to change it up and not carry the ball like this around him. But like just being a ball hawk and finding a way to get the ball out and making plays for the team. So.
Trill, you had a chat while the seniors were walking with Andre and Iffy. Could you tell us what you guys were talking about?
I can't get into much detail, but it was just love. That's it, and that's what we got for each other. Like I said, those are my brothers, and I'll do anything for them.
Last question for Christian and Trill. Mario?
This is kind of for both of you guys. Do you consider this season progress or a step back for this program?
For me, taking a loss is never really taking a loss to me. I learned a lot. I mean, I look back and look at every detail to try to get better. So I think it's progress for me to be in the offense for my first year and be on a team for the first year actually playing. And so I think I really progressed myself really mentally and physically. And I think for the whole team it was progress as well, because it's a lot of better things we can do with a group of people that's hungry and work hard and ready to win some football games.
For me, I feel every game we played this season was some type of progress. Even though we didn't win, we got that feeling, and going into next year, we don't want to have that feeling again. So we know what we got to do to have a better season next year, and we just got to go to the drawing boards and just get better.
Yep.